go, welcome back to the channel, Lockdown Lunacy. Oh my god. You're going to feel like you're lunatics now. You have a lunatic, and those responsible for this fucking lunatic must admit they must have been lunatics, or must have had some lunacy going through their head when they did this. Let's have a watch. How's the gas prices going in America? I know we're filling them over here. It costs me a fortune. It's my gas, my petrol pump bill has doubled under this fucking dickhead that you put in. And this fucking prick wants to go around calling it Putin's tax. It's your bumbling fucking business that done this, you fuckwit. And as for you fucks that voted for this geezer, with your fucking feelings, we're going to see some examples of the fucking dickheads that believe in this fucking prick. But let's see what's going on here.
Gas prices set records in this country as American citizens who are born here and vote and pay taxes cannot afford to fuel their own cars. The Biden administration is selling off our emergency oil reserves to China. That's not an indictable offense. It's certainly an impeachable one. And they should impeach him for that.
To China? Seriously? You send this to China?
There's a Reuters report out this morning that says that more than 5 million barrels of oil that were released from the emergency oil reserves were exported to Europe and Asia last month, and some of it reportedly was actually heading to China. Is the administration aware of those reports?
Hold on a fucking minute. What the fuck is this?
Does the president mind that some of this oil that was meant to ease pain for this morning that says that more than 5 million barrels of oil that were released from the emergency oil reserves were exported to Europe?
What the fuck are you looking up in the sky for? What the fuck is that? You searching for the fucking answers? No, that's where the fucking gas prices are, sweetheart. Up in the fucking air. It should be down by your feet. What the fuck is this mess? Another colossal mess. This is the White House. This is the fucking spokesperson for the fucking press secretary for the fucking White House, is it?
In Asia last month, and
don't worry, she's ticking some fucking boxes. She's got the right colour fucking skin, and she's fucking the right person.
Some of it reportedly was actually heading to China. Is the administration aware of those reports? And does the president mind that some of this oil that was meant to ease pain for consumers is headed overseas?
I have not seen that report, so I would honestly have to go look into it and see what the truth is in that statement that you just laid out, and see exactly what's happening. I just have not seen that report.
Yes, you have. Don't fucking lie. You're fucking full of shit with your smug little believe me fucking face on ya. So now not only do you tick the fucking colour box, not only do you tick in the fucking gender fucking box, but now you're ticking the fucking liar box. That's great for this administration. Again, 81 million you fucking dickheads voted for this fucking shit. You don't know what you've done for the fucking to the world. You don't know what you've fucking done. And you're still running around like dumb fucks. But quite a few are waking up now apparently, huh? A million barrels per day.
Today I'm authorizing the release of 1 million barrels per day for the next 6 months, over 180 million barrels from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. This is a wartime bridge to increase oil supply until production ramps up from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. This is a wartime bridge.
How the fuck have you voted for this? I was going around telling people that this geezer's not fit for the office before he even won the Democratic primary. The Democratic nomination. Yeah, when he beat, was it Bernie Sanders? I think he was at head. They fucked Bernie over again, and he rolled over I didn't say jack shit. The geezer's a fucking joke. How does this end up in the fucking White House? How the fuck do you do this to the world? You 81 million fucking dickheads. Fuck me.
This is a wartime bridge to increase oil supply until production ramps up later this year.
And he's fucking reading. And he's fucking reading this. He's fucking reading this. And he can't even fucking get that out. Can we go back to the previous administration when someone was up there fucking talking and taking questions and being hauled across the fucking coal? Every fucking word is fucking held to account. Every action is fucking investigated and held to account, and this and that and the other. What have you got here? You got these fucks here, CNN, your MSNBCs, your ABCs, and whatever else fucking shit is out there, towing the line, giving him a ride. Fuck me.
And it is by far the largest release of our national reserve in our history.
Since Joe Biden started releasing all this oil from our reserves, which he does not own, you do, we do, what has happened to gas prices? They haven't dropped. They've kept going up. Huh? In mid-June, the price of both regular unleaded and diesel, critically, hit all-time highs, well over $5 a gallon nationally. How could this be? It really was a mystery. It violated the most basic rules of economics. But now, thanks to a new report in Reuters, we know why. It turns out the oil being released isn't for us. It's going to India and China. No president in American history has ordered a drawdown this large. In 1991, at the beginning of Operation Desert Storm, which was an actual war with real American soldiers involved, the U.S. government released 17 million barrels of oil as a way of assuring a stable supply of global crude. The U.S. released just 20 million barrels after Hurricane Katrina destroyed parts of the Gulf Coast where so many refineries are. But now we're releasing many times that figure from the reserve, all to protect the Democratic Party from getting what it deserves in the midterm elections in November. What Biden could have done is produce more oil domestically, but that would have been too easy and too good for the United States and its long-term interests. Instead, he decided to do something so crazy and so dangerous that only someone who was intentionally trying to harm the United States would even consider it. The crude, by the way, in the SPR is the best crude that we have. It's called medium sour crude. It's the easiest to process. And we're giving it away to a government whose whole goal is to displace us on the global stage and crush us.
There you go. There you fucking go. That is the fucking line of the century. So all you 81 million people that voted for this wasteless bag of bones, you're handing China the destruction, the power to destroy your country. And you've got half your country fucking cheering it along. And the other half is fucking going, what the fuck, stop this fucking shit, get this geezer out of the office, fuck China. I still have a hard time believing that 81 million people voted for this geezer. He may have got 81 million votes. I can't believe that 81 million people voted for this bloke. No way. No way. Something's gone on here. It can't be that fucking stupid. I'm all the way over here, the other side of the fucking pond, and I can see this shit. The bloke's senile as fuck. He's fucking useless. He was fucking useless on the campaign trail. He couldn't speak. He couldn't do nothing, and he's still doing that now. They're pumping him full of shit. They're keeping him near certain fucking doors and that when he gives fucking press conferences so they can whip him out to the toilet so he doesn't literally piss and shit himself. That's the fucking deal you got going on here. They're worried he'll piss and shit himself.
The Chinese will be cruel masters when they run the world. They're not like us at all. By the way, that country, China, also happens to be a longtime business partner of the Biden family.
No. Does anyone know about that? Go and Google Bob Bobulinski. Okay? Bob Bobulinski.
We got a long way to go because of inflation, because of I call it the Putin.
I hope there's not a long way to go with you, fella. You need to fucking go. Now, look at the crowd here. Look at the fucking crowd. Alright? Look at this fucking garbage.
We got a long way to go because of inflation, because of I call it the Putin tax increase.
Look at this
Putin,
look
because
at
of
this, you're a
gasoline
fucking
and
lemon.
all that grain he's keeping from being able to get to the market.
Months before the war in
the
Ukraine
fuck?
began, and somehow...
Hold on.
Putin.
Look at this fucking lemon. What are you nodding for? What are you fucking nodding for? And this fucking dickhead here, with your work hat on, he don't give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about none of you. You're fucking lemons. And as a black man, what the fuck are you doing standing there, supporting this man for? Do your fucking research and realise what he's fucking done, who he's fucking associated with, who he spoke for at their fucking funerals. Go and fucking Google it, bruv. Go and Google what Martin Luther King was. He wasn't a fucking Democrat. Go and look at the first 4 black politicians, all Republicans. They weren't no fucking Democrat, bruv. You're a fucking lemon. Your mind's gone. How can you stand and believe this shit? Putin's fucking tax. Are you a fucking dickhead? You've got oil on your own fucking land. He's refusing to fucking drill it up. Meanwhile, Russia's making loads of dough with the petrol, aren't they? They're making loads of dough with that oil. They're not short of a pound note. Sanction, what? What? You got the media in this country trying to say how Ukraine are fighting the war and all that stuff. And they're winning the war and they're doing this, that and the other, but they're not doing shit. They're not doing shit. Russians don't take a step back, they only go forward. Oh, God.
Because of gasoline and all that grain he's keeping from being able to get to the market.
Months before the war in Ukraine began, and somehow Vladimir Putin secretly seized control of gas prices in the United States. How did he do that? Before any of that happened, the magic happened. Sober people, a petroleum analysis firm called Gas Buddy, decided to do a simple calculation. They wanted to put rising gas prices in context. Here's what they did. Math. They determined every year-over-year price change in gasoline prices in the United States going back to 2002, 20 years. And they found this. From November of 2020 to November of 2021, that would be roughly from Election Day to the end of Joe Biden's first year running the country, gas prices in the United States went up by more than 66%. That was the single highest year-over-year.
Tucker, it's not just there, fella. It's up over here as well. It's fucking ridiculous. At the start of 2020, which was when COVID hit, wasn't it? I was paying about £55 to fill my car up. I am now paying to fill it up from empty would be about £110. Yeah, maybe a bit more. £110. So it's not just yous over there. You know, America's a massive consumer of goods. And what you do affects the rest of the fucking world, mate. Affects the rest of the fucking world.
Increase since 2002, which happens to be the year that government started tracking those data.
Eviscerate the fossil fuel industry.
Number one, no more subsidies for fossil fuel industry. No more drilling on federal lands. No more drilling, including offshore. No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill. Period. Ends.
Bernie Sanders, boy. Let's go back. We'll have a little look at this.
Including offshore. No ability.
Bernie Sanders, man. So I don't know if you'll remember, but in 2016, Bernie Sanders was flying high. I mean, he was absolutely flying. His campaign to win the Democratic nomination was just... And you had the Republicans doing their thing over there as well. And I wasn't even watching Trump at that time. All I was watching was Bernie Sanders. Because I thought, I'm a Democrat. You know, whatever socialist is. I don't know. You know, you care for people and blah, blah, blah. But this bloke, he never stuck up for himself. He got cheated in the questions, in the TV debate against Hillary Clinton. She got past the questions so she could prepare her answers. He never pushed back on the emails. He just rolled over and done what he was told. And then when he came to run against Joe Biden for the Democratic nomination again in 2020, he was flying high again, And these guys and he's part of it, they put the media spin on him, talking how he's a socialist and all this stuff and blah blah blah, which he probably is, you know, whatever. And they ruined him again. And then you ended up with this fucking prick. And then you had all the shit that was going on around the election. You can't tell me weren't some shenanigans going on around that election. There probably always is, but there was definitely some shit. There's a film out called 2000 Mules by Dinesh D'Souza. I've not watched it yet, but apparently it's eye-opening. Anyway, that's another story.
For the oil industry to continue to drill, period. Ends.
I've got to go down well. Ain't that the truth, bruv? How do you feel about this? How do you fucking feel? Look at this. Look at this. This is everyday people. I'm an everyday person.
A Monmouth poll just found 88% of Americans think the U.S. is on the wrong track. That's an all-time low. And the respondents' top concern? Inflation.
How the fuck have you voted for this fella? Anyway, I'm not talking much more. Lockdown lunacy, we're going to get this one out later.